Steve Browne, General Manager, Heart of England Co-op. Welcome to Sea Talk.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks very much for showing us around today. Where are we going?
We're going to Earlston, which is on the outskirts of Coventry city centre. Got an everyday convenience store plus, so it's slightly larger than your typical convenience store. We're talking about 6,500 square feet.
Okay, cool. So look, we're outside.
Yeah, so as you'll see there.
Talk me through. What sort of area is it?
It's what I would define as sort of you would class it as an urban area. Busy high street location. Very lengthy high street made up of everything you'd expect to see on a high street. Next door neighbour's Greg's. Then you've got a pub to the other side. Got a pub directly across the road. It's a busy high street. Limited car parking. Car parking is a real challenge. Very, very busy sort of walk-in trade because of the lack of car parking. Nearest competition would be a one-stop store. And has been made up of very mixed demographics. So, to be honest, you've got sort of very traditional sort of terraced housing, but you've also got some very, very affluent houses as well.
Quite trendy, I think. It's a trendy area.
Yeah, it's a cool area. Yeah, definitely. It's the student area historically, albeit I would say that the students are starting to migrate into some of the new build premises within the city centre.
Yeah, okay. So look, we've just walked in. What have we got here?
Yeah, so you'll see something a bit different there. So we could have put the traditional sort of grocery gondola end in, but we decided to do something a bit different. What we've done is we put a bit of a decompression space in the front of the store. So we've tried to, gone other days where I think you step straight into the gondola end and just sort of, I need to sort of maximize every inch of selling space.
Yeah.
I think as you'll see there, heavy emphasis on membership, utilizing the outdoor selling space effectively. That's one of our big gameplays this last sort of 12, 18 months, really. A lot of horticulture. We've actually put some outdoor seating in play, taking advantage of the little gap in the loosening of pavement licenses.
Nice,
so we've done that, which is nice. It gives you sort of a bit of an alfresco feel outside, which is great.
You've given away water here. Is that what? Did I see that? What's that?
Yeah. So you've got the water bottling station and the ice squeeze fresh orange juice. So we were one of the first stores, not this one, but certainly one of our others, to take the ice squeeze concept into our environment. Trades well, but to be honest, it's not just purely about the commercials, it's about the experience.
Yeah, that makes sense. You got your drinks to go as soon as you walk in as well.
Absolutely. So Tango Ice Blast, for real, in particular, trading very well. Tango follows that very, very closely. Costa trades well, irrespective to the fact Greg's our next store. So we're quite happy with that. But I've got to say the strongest part of food to go for us is the sandwiches and the sandwich meal deal.
We're walking through the chilled now. Quite a lot of chilled.
Yeah, vast expanse of chilled in here, Paul. It's a big proportion of sales. The engagement with chilled in this store is very good. You'll see the way we brought in sort of the old-fashioned imagery and backlit the imagery as well.
Yeah.
You'll see big emphasis there in terms of sort of bakery, cake, free from and local.
Okay.
So local's something we're getting behind in an even bigger way. So
just in bakery or across all categories?
To be honest, across all categories. Ambient, off license. So we're dealing with the likes of Dillon's, who are a Coventry-based brewer in that store. John Wyers would be a local baker, albeit out of Rugby, but certainly within a reasonable traveling distance. Yeah.
Good stuff. Zero waste station.
Yeah, so we put this in. I think we've got 3 base space in here plus the waste scale. working with a company called Queenswood Foods,
Okay.
and Gary Kemp, who I used to work with at NISA. So Gary came in and worked with me on a sort of a consultancy basis to set this up. It's trading at around about £1,500 a week from the 3 bays, but to be honest, again, it's all about sort of driving new customers. It's all about sort of that whole sustainability piece.
Yeah.
And it's bringing in a different kind of customer.
Does it cause problems, or is it wasteful?
You clearly get a little bit of leakage because people buying macadamia nuts and charging them through as peanuts. So you get a little bit of leakage. But in fairness, the margin is very, very healthy. So you've got to take the rough with the smooth.
Right, so the margin can cope with it.
It's very healthy gross margin, much higher than what you'd see as within the core retail proposition.
We're at the pet, quite a lot of pet as well.
Yeah, again, we mix the branded pet with sort of some tertiary or some ancillary pet through sort of GM suppliers. You'll see we use a company called AMS, Ashton Marketing Services.
Okay.
And pet treat performs very, very well.
And treats for the kids there as well, by the looks of it. Quite a lot of toys.
We've tried again to make it a bit of a destination in the terms of, as you'll see there, the kids sweet pod plus the toys. It's sort of that sort of pocket money area.
Yeah. And about 3 meters of magazines. That's unusual these days.
Yeah. We felt when we did the refurb here, Paul, we didn't want to go too hard too fast.
Yeah.
Magazine sales in this store are down 17% since 2019. So what I'm saying is that you can see the categories contracting heavily. But what I'm saying is we just got to wean ourselves off it as opposed to it being a big bang.
So also at the front, you've got your display of local next to the flowers. Quite a lot of plants.
Well, I've got to say we're up 85% on plants against. I'm looking at 2019 numbers here, but we've got the mix in here of the relationship we've got with some of the Dutch. We were buying some of the plants from Holland, and we're buying clearly the main part from clearly we're a co-op, so the buying group. But that's an area that we feel that there's much more opportunity within the future.
And you've got the self-scan going on there and seating that you talked about. Self-scan working okay?
This is my strongest store in terms of self-scan. We've got 4 of the self-scan with the weigh scales in here, card only. 40% of the transactions are coming through the self-scans now.
Wow.
So really strong. Really happy with the investment we made there. Clearly a substantial investment because the weigh scale scores are very high, very, very costly. But in fairness, it's sort of paid dividends. And then, as you rightly say, the little seating area in the window, we've just got the USB charging stations there.
Yeah, so important.
Absolutely.
Wi-Fi?
Yeah, customer Wi-Fi built in as well, yeah.
Okay, good thinking. And then you've got your Coke stand, and then we're looking at some services here.
Absolutely. So you can see with the services, and I'll tell you that from a retailer perspective, number one is we've got a strategy around being your community store and what that means. So principally, keeping people coming in for other reasons. So we're looking at all manners of different things that we want to put in the future. But you'll see we've got the Amazon locker, the Digi kiosk, the photo booth. We're about to put in carpet cleaning facilities. We've relaunched the dry cleaning services. We're looking to offset some of the downturns and some of the commissions that we've seen in other areas as well. So commercially, we're looking for all options to strengthen the profit and loss.
And I'm seeing quite a lot of plant-based there in the frozen, as well as the excellent Cook stuff.
Yeah, so we've done a lot with Cook in the last couple of years. In a number of stores, Cook trades very, very well for us, but we've added in the Brook, being a vegan sort of Cook alternative, which sits lovely against the Cook frozen section. So really chuffed with the way that's performing.
Are doing okay? The vegan stuff's doing okay?
Yeah. To be honest, Paul, I mean, I was a little bit, I don't want to say skeptical, but I would say certainly was very, very, very slow to start. Not necessarily the Brute, but vegan in general. But I've got to say
Yeah, I
now,
asked because I was skeptical, I think.
I think from my perspective, it's certainly growing, and I mean the grow range that we have as a co-op as well is very, very good.
And then you've got a lot of ales here.
Yeah, as I said, we
You're
do
on spirits.
Dillon's and a number of other, and as you'll see, as we move the spirits out into part open sale and part behind counter.
Yeah, how does that work?
To be honest, it works exceptionally well. I mean, we do about £3 a week on spirits in this store, so that's a good store on spirits. We're quite happy. We don't see any increase in leakage because, as you'll see, it's the open spirits on sale there are sandwiched between the kiosk and the door to lead upstairs.
Yeah.
So,
and you've got some interesting lighting and some screens in the store as well.
Yeah, the rationale around the screens in particular was around the fact that we could be variable. We could call out particular messages at a particular point in time. We also call out sort of recipes. We've got, I think there's 3 screens in that store, large screens. But we also want to use that for Heart of England messages. So particularly charity-based messages, sustainability messages, that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, great stuff. And now we're leaving.
Hey.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. The store looks amazing. There's some interesting new concepts going on as well, which looks fab.
Yeah, watch this space because we've got more to come.
Good stuff. Steve,
all good.
Thank you ever so much for showing us around.
No bother. Cheers, matey.